Hello friends and welcome to my channel Sequential Biology. In the previous video we have discussed about structure of Phylum and its type, and in this video we will be talking about phylum protozoa and their characteristic features. And R.U. Whittaker placed this phylum in a separate kingdom which is known as Protista. Actually R.U. Whittaker proposed 5 kingdom system of classification, of which kingdom Monera are the prokaryotes and kingdom Protista are eukaryotes. They are unicellular eukaryotes. And these unicellular eukaryotes have a single phylum which is known as protozoa. So here we will discuss about this phylum characters and also the division of this phylum. And the protozoa are unicellular. The total animal kingdom can be divisible into two broad categories: the unicellular organisms and multicellular organisms. And the multicellular organisms their body contains different type of cell, and so they are known as multicellular. But this phylum protozoa are unicellular. Their body contains only single cell, and this single cell perform all the function: their digestion, their reproduction, their respiration. So everything can be controlled by their single cell. And also they are eukaryotes. So these are actually main characters of this phylum. Still now 50,000 species have been discovered, and this is primitive of all animals, and the protoplasmic grid of organization can be seen in this phylum. They are microscopic because their body is made up of single cells, so we cannot see them by our naked eyes, and for this reason they are microscopic and they are unicellular, and they are most abundant animals in the world in terms of numbers and biomass. They contain one or more nuclei with membrane-bound organelle. Since they have one or more nuclei, the nuclei are present only in case of eukaryotes, and also membrane-bound organelles are present only in case of eukaryotes. So this phylum protozoa are unicellular eukaryotic organism. They may be solitary, or they may be colonial, that means only single cell can perform many function, or many protozoa. So solitary means they present singly, and colonial means when many protozoa accumulated in a particular space, then they are called as colonial. Then they may be solitary or colonial. They are sessile. Sessile means they can attach in a particular substratum, cannot move, so they may be sessile, or they can move from one place to another. And they are cell bounded by cell membrane. Since they are not plants, so outside of the cell membrane no cell wall can be seen in this phylum. But their protoplasm is bounded by cell membrane, which is phospholipid bilayer membrane. And in some representative, just outside of the cell membrane, a special matrix-like structure or the pellicle can be found, and few with shell or a special another covering which covered the cell membrane. Their locomotory organelles are very important, and they are usually classified on the basis of their locomotory organelles. And different protozoans have different type of locomotory organelles. Few have finger-like pseudopodia. Few have whip-like flagella. Flagella is a long structure. And few representative have very small hair-like cilia. And in some form, the locomotory organelles are absent. Then these three locomotory organelles helps this organism to move from one place to another. And also the respiration and excretion through the general body surface. Then their respiration and the excretion occurs through general body surface or through the contractile vacuole for their osmoregulation. Since usually they are present in aquatic environment, so they always face the problem of osmotic pressure. And to maintain their osmotic regulation, contractile vacuole plays an important role. So this contractile vacuole is needed for their osmoregulation. This is also very important point. They shows two mode of reproduction, the asexual and the sexual. The asexual reproduction may be binary fission or the multiple fission and budding. And the sexual reproduction again may be conjugation or this may be syngamy or fusion of two gamete, male or female gamete. This process is known as syngamy. So both type of reproduction can be seen in this phylum. Now we will discuss about classificatory scheme of phylum Protozoa. So this phylum Protozoa are divisible into 4 subphylum on the basis of their locomotory organelle. The first subphylum is Sarcomastigophora, second one is Sporozoa, third Nidospora, and fourth is Celiophora. And this Sarcomastigophora again divisible into 3 classes: the Mastigophora, the Sarcodina, and Opalinata. Now we will discuss about the characters of this different subphylum. The first subphylum is Sarcomastigophora. The Trypanosoma, Euglena, Volvox, Giardia, and the Leishmania are included under this subphylum. And this subphylum have the locomotory organelle pseudopodia or flagella or both. So they have no cilia, but their locomotory organelle are pseudopodia or flagella or both. Then the group of protozoa which have locomotory organelle pseudopodia or flagella or both, that means some form possesses both pseudopodia or flagella, they are included under Sarcomastigophora. Trypanosoma, Euglena, Volvox, Giardia, and the Leishmania are included in this group. And the nuclei of one kind, only a single type of nuclei can be found, so they are monomorphic. And this subphylum Sarcomastigophora again divisible into 2 classes, the Mastigophora and class Sarcodina. The first is Mastigophora, and their locomotory organelle is flagella. So this is Euglena. You can see the diagram of this Euglena, and the Euglena have a large locomotory organelle. This is known as flagella, and they have also nucleus and have chloroplast. Actually, this Euglena possesses both plant and animal characters, but yet they are included under phylum Protozoa, and they have a contractile vacuole. Then their locomotory organelle is actually flagella. You can see this is important point. The class Mastigophora have locomotory organelle flagella, and the nutrition is autotrophic or heterotrophic because big was organism. Actually, they possesses both plant and animal characters. Then this group can show the autotrophic and the heterotrophic mode of nutrition or both, and the contractile vacuole present for osmoregulation. And this class Mastigophora again divisible into 2 broad groups, the Phycomasticna and the Zoomasticna. Phytomasticna means this is related with plants. So with chloroplast and the plant-like, then the Chlamydomonas, Euglena, Volvox, and the Noctiluca, these are included under Phytomasticna. And here this is diagram of Euglena. Since they have plant-like chloroplast, so they are included under Phytomasticna. And the Zoomasticna means without chloroplast and animal-like, they have no chloroplast, so they show only the heterotrophic mode of their nutrition. And the Trypanosoma, Leishmania, Giardia, Trichonympha, and the Trichomonas are representative of this group. You can see a large flagella in Trypanosoma. Then this Trypanosoma which causes the sleeping sickness disease, this is included under group Zoomasticna. And the second class under subphylum Sarcomastigophora is Sarcodina. So Sarcodina are commonly called as amoeba, and the amoeba different type. Then the Sarcodina are commonly called as amoeba. Then the protozoa which have locomotory organelle pseudopodia, they are included under class Sarcodina. And their body shape is changeable due to presence of pseudopodia, which brought about by outpushing of the cytoplasm. Actually, you can see an amoeba or a representative of Sarcodina, and it has many finger-like projection, and these finger-like projections are nothing but this is pseudopodia. And the organism which shows this type of locomotory organelle are included under this class, that is the Sarcodina. And the body shape is changeable. You can see the body shape is changeable because by formation of this pseudopodia they can move from one place to another, and show their body shape must be changed. And again, on the basis of pseudopodia, These are divisible into different categories or the different type. The Lobopodia means amoeba and the entamoeba. Then they are representative of this Lobopodia group, and the Philopodia is Euglyphifa, and the Reticulopodia, Globe, Jarnia, and the Exopodia, Actinophrys. These are different type of Sarcodina. And next class is class Opalinata. Class Opalinata. Then this subphylum Sarcomastigophora are divisible into three classes: the Mastigophora, Sarcodina, and the Opalinata. Last class under this subphylum is Opalinata. Opalinata are usually intestinal parasite of amphibians. Then they can be found in amphibians' digestive tract. Then they are intestinal parasite, and their locomotory organ are short and the cilia-like. You can see this is Opalina, and this Opalina have locomotory organelle cilia. Then their locomotory organelle are short and the cilia-like, and the gametes are flagellated and they show the sexual mode of reproduction. Then the Opalina is included under class Opalinata, and this Opalinata have cilia-like locomotory organelle, and also different type of granular structure can be found, and the nuclei generally many. Then this class contains their cell. This is a single cellular organism, but many nucleus can be found in their body. Next subphylum is subphylum Sporozoa. We have seen that this phylum Protozoa have four subphylum. First is Sarcomastigophora, and the next subphylum is Sporozoa. Then Sporozoa. The representative of this Sporozoa are Monocystis, Plasmodium, and the Gregarina. And you know this Plasmodium causes malaria disease. Different species of Plasmodium causes different types of malaria. Actually, they are included under subphylum Sporozoa. Monocystis and the Plasmodium, they are important representative of this subphylum. Locomotory organelles and the contractile vacuola are absent. This is very, very important in examination point of view. Sometimes you have asked a questions that which group of protozoa do not contain any locomotory organelle. Then this subphylum Protozoa have no locomotory organelle, and the spore without polar filament. And you can see this is a figure or the diagram of monocystis. And in this monocystis, just outside of the plasma membrane, a matrix-like structure can be found, which is known as pellicle. It has nucleus, and also many granular endoplasm can be found in their protoplastic structure. Then the locomotory organelles and the contractile vacuole are usually absent, and the spore without polar filament. All members are endoparasite. That means all the members causes different type of disease in human. And also spore present. With the help of this spore, they can reproduce under when conditions are unfavorable. And a thick pellicle is also present. And this thick pellicle protects these organisms from digestive enzymes. Then these are characteristics of this phylum Sporozoa, and the Plasmodium, Gregarnia, and the Monocystis are included in this subphylum. The next subphylum is Nidospora, and the Nosema is included under this subphylum Nidospora. Myxosporidia, Myxidium, and the Microsporidia are included under subphylum Nidospora. And the representative of this subphylum are intracellular endoparasite. That means they are present inside the cell and absorb nutrient from the cell, and for this reason they are known as intracellular endoparasite, and especially they are present in insect. And the spore are formed with polar filament. They also reproduce through the formation of spores, and these spores are formed with polar filament, and the no locomotory organelle and the contractile vacuole. They have no locomotory organelle and the contractile vacuole. This is a diagram of nosema, and the nosema have the polar filament for anchoring, and also nosema has two nucleus. Then the number of nucleus is important in case of phylum Protozoa. The variation in the number of their nucleus can be seen in different species. And the Myxosporidia, it has two classes. The Myxosporidia spore large and the develop from the several nuclei, And usually the members of this Myxosporidia are present in fish. They are actually parasite in fish. And class 2 is Microsporidia, and their spore are small. Then micro means small. And they synthesize the small spore and develop from one nuclei, single nuclei, and parasite in arthropods and fish. So the subphylum Nidospora have two important class, the Myxosporidia and the Microsporidia. And the next subphylum is subphylum Celiophora. The representative of this subphylum is Paramecium, Balantidium and the Vorticella. And this Celiophora is largest group of protozoa. This is very, very important in examination point of view. The largest group of protozoa is subphylum Celiophora. And you can see this is a structure of this Paramecium, which is known as sleeper animals. It looks like our sleeper, and their body is covered by numerous cilia. And also they have two nuclei, the micronuclei and the macronuclei. Then their structure is important. The Paramecium structure is important. So Paramecium, Balantidium and the Vorticella are included under this subphylum, the subphylum Celiophora. These Celiophora are largest group of protozoa, and their locomotory organelle are cilia, and cilia may be replaced by sucking tentacles in adult. They are dimorphic, and the macro and micronuclei are present in their body. These are important characteristics, features of this subphylum Celiophora. And in my notes, I have highlighted a few portions, and these are important for any type of biology related examination. So this is phylum characters and the classification of phylum Protozoa, and hope this video will be helpful to you. And in next classes we will discuss about phylum Porifera and their classification. Thank you, and that's it.